it's Lisa Sweeney here from Business in Heels, and I'm here today with Deb Fribbins, who happens to be one of the branch directors for Melbourne and for Geelong, and she has just won the IOATP Consultant of the Year award. So, wow, I think that's pretty amazing. So, Deb, tell us a little bit about yourself.
About me? Oh goodness. I worked corporate all my life as a buyer for Myer and then David Jones and Target and Harris Scarps. And I left the corporate world 4 years ago, and after a bit of wondering what to do, as many of us do, I finally decided to start my own business, which is Deb, Developing Excellence in Business. But I love it. I love what I do. My whole life has really been about supporting people in one way or another. So this is my way of helping small businesses, and BIH dovetails into that beautifully because it's all about supporting small business. So I've been really happy with that. The award was a complete surprise.
Tell us a little bit about, obviously you won the Consultancy of the Year for the work you're doing in Deb, Developing Excellence in Business. So tell us a little bit about how you help people.
Basically, the principles of management don't change. So it doesn't matter whether you're a goods or a services industry, the concept of what you do and how you do it doesn't change. So I've developed what I call my 5-step plan, which is simply to identify who you are, what you want to achieve in life, and what your customers are looking for, be it products or goods and services. You then analyse your market, you analyse every part of your business, who your logistics people are going to be, what your advertising and marketing is going to be, what your opposition are doing, what the competition is doing out there, where your price points are. Analyse every aspect of the business before you do anything. Then you sit down and do a plan and plan out, because you've done the analysis, you've got the information, so you can plan your business. If any of you have done the wealth dynamics, I'm a trader. Sorry, very boring. Know your facts, be planned, be organised, and everything just falls into place. So your plan is step 3, step 4 is the implementation, and that becomes the easy part because you've planned it all properly, you know what you're doing, and everything just falls into place. And if you do it properly, if something doesn't quite work or it doesn't fit in the right place, then you know what implications that's going to have on other parts of your business, because you've got the whole thing together. You're not just doing bits at a time, which is a trap that a lot of people. And then the key, monitor every aspect of what you do. Any business, when I go into established businesses, people say, oh, it doesn't work and I'm not making, so what doesn't work? It's not the whole business usually, it's normally one aspect. So if you analyse your business properly, you go through each of the stages and you find the one that's not working. So you go back and analyse it. Why is it not working? Why is your profit down? Why aren't your sales there? Why haven't you got foot traffic? What is the problem that you've got? So once you've analysed what it is, then you plan it, you implement it, and then you monitor it to see whether it's picked up.
You're also renowned in the community as a can-do lady. So tell us some of the different organisations and charities that you're involved in.
I've pulled right back because I've got too much on my plate, and really I've joined Basket Brigade just recently because that's something that I do believe very strongly in. Rotary is my passion. I've been in Rotary now for 17 years and I adore it. I've been on the board, district level and club level. I've been a president, and I just love, because of what they do locally and internationally. Most of my work with Rotary has been around the youth, because that's, again, my other passion. So I've had so many exchange students from all over the world. Come Mother's Day, I get Mother's Day cards from Brazil, Japan, Taiwan, Germany, France, Albania. Like, it's just gorgeous. My own children forget, but to get messages from these gorgeous kids and now see them, 10, 12 years down the track, married, having children, it's really lovely. So that's been great. I love my Rotary. I have a real passion, and I think you need... The other thing for me with Rotary is, because I'm on my own, Rotary is fabulous because I've got 40 brothers and sisters, mostly men, but 40 brothers and sisters in the organisation. Well, Rotary is very heavily skewed, but it's, they really do become family to you, and they're just... Our particular club I love, and we do what BIH does, fun with purpose.
Yeah.
We're very naughty, we have a lot of fun and do a lot of good in the community at the same time. And that's what we do in BIH, have fun with purpose. Come to a meeting, girls, Geelong or Melbourne. I'm not fussed which one.
And also you're collecting for Share the Dignity as well, I think.
Oh yes, 3 Business in Heels this year. I've decided to, well, my aim for each year is to support a specific charity, and my charity for this year is Share the Dignity. So we've been helping them with the sanitary drives that they do in April and in August. We'll be doing the bag drive in November. We actually did that for them last year, which is where this started, but I'll do it again this November, and we'll start with a new charity as of January next year.
So with Business in Heels, you get the opportunity to meet lots of other women. What do you enjoy the most?
I think for me, one of the most exciting part is my passion, as I've said, is helping other people. So you're working with small business owners, introducing them to other small business owners that can help you. You know, the girl that does my travel is in BIH. The girl who does my website for me is BIH. The girl, so you use the people within, and it's not using them because you're paying for them, but you use the services of the people. And the beauty is that you get to meet these people on a one-on-one, and you can talk to them about the business and feel comfortable. You know, you don't have to deal with them just because they're a member. There's probably 3 or 4 girls that are in the group that come regularly that are web designers. So you choose the one that you feel comfortable working with, because we're all different personalities. The other thing I love is fun with purpose. So the purpose is the guest speakers in the main that we have, and I tried with my groups, as all the girls do, to have different people with different skill sets. So every month you cover a completely different topic. You know, in June we had Judith Van Unen, who is Australia's representative to the United Nations for Women's Rights, who was just awesome.
Yeah, she was great.
In July, July 1, we had Tiffany Toombs, who was awesome as well. She very different, but I got more out of that than I expected, because she's a health and wellbeing person, and she was just fabulous. Next month we've got the brilliant Kate Engler, who we all know. Kate will be with us on the 1st of August in Melbourne and 3rd of August here in Geelong. And Kate is fantastic. We had a huge reaction to Kate. She did February, I think, last year for us, so we've asked her to come back this year.
She's all about helping people get publicity for their business.
Absolutely.
The Publicity Princess, or the PR Antichrist, is her, her nickname. So, yeah, absolutely.
So it's lovely to be, A, to meet these people and have the privilege of being able to spend some time with them, but B, just to listen to these people, you know, to get quality people like that know what they're talking about. And the gorgeous JJ, for all the Geelong people would know Janelle Johnson. JJ opened up for me in both Melbourne and Geelong in February, and I mean, JJ is always awesome to listen to.
So if any of the women that are listening wanted to promote their business through Business in Heels, what options do they have, Deb?
Do it. Just do it. What you can do is join up as a event speaker, and you come along and speak for 5 minutes about your business, promote your business and what you do differently to everybody else. So what can you do? Why should I come to your business and not somebody else's? We have Arbonne consultants, we have Isogenics, we have lawyers, we have accountants. Doesn't matter what sort of business, we all need goods and services from somewhere. So it's about going through those goods and services and what can you offer to our audience.
And how you can help. I mean, you know, you really get an understanding of people, don't you?
Absolutely. And if you don't want to talk, if you're a bit nervous to start with, come to the meetings and network, and put a sample or a flyer with an offer in the bag. Don't just put a business card or a flyer saying, this is me. Do some sort of an offer that's exclusive to the Business in Heels girls, so that people can have a reason to go to you to start with and say, okay, Deb, you run Deb, why should I come to you? What is the point of me coming to see you rather than one of the other 10,000 business consultants that are out there? And you have the opportunity to have a chat and see whether you like their goods or services.
Yeah, and I think you can do prizes too, can't you?
Oh yes, and if you've got a beautiful door prize, we have a door prize every event, or more than one. Usually our guest speaker will give a door prize of some description, which is fabulous. And if you've got a door prize, you know, a lovely Arbonne basket or flowers or a session, if you've got a workshop coming up that you're doing, give away a free workshop or give a decent discount off the workshop, depending on the cost of the workshop and how long it's for and so on. So you work out what's right for your business, but we do ask that the minimum value of those for door prizes is $150, because it's got to be something that the ladies are proud to take home and will action on.
Yeah, and it's not just about the event, because part of the packages is you get marketing to the whole group.
Oh, absolutely.
And so in both cases, there's more than 1,000 women involved in each of those two branches. So it's a great opportunity to get your message out, isn't it?
Yep. So for 3 weeks, you're on Facebook. You get 3 or 4 posts during the course of the 3 weeks. You're on Meetup saying that what you're going to be doing. Your prize is announced as a separate post on Facebook, as well as the posts about you. And you're in the e-letter that goes out, and you'll get 3 e-letters each before each event. So providing you give us time. If you let me know 3 days before the event you're going to do it, then you don't get 3 weeks of the publicity.
Exactly. So let's talk for a minute about constant improvement. I've known you, Deb, for over 15 years, maybe even a few more, but we're not going to say. And I've seen a massive amount of change in you, especially over the last few years. So what are you most proud of?
Firstly, my boys. Very proud of my 2 babies. My youngest son is an aeronautical engineer with Rolls-Royce in the States, lives in Houston, Texas. And the other one is a tour guide in the world. He happens to be in Australia at the moment. Not that I see him, he's in Central Australia, but he happens to be, and he's got something like 15,000 followers on his Facebook page now. And I think, and this has only been a new revelation for me in the last few weeks, that one of the things that I've realised that I should be proud of is that when you're in the corporate world, you're known, and Lisa can attest to this, you are very well known and everybody knows you in the corporate world because they know who everybody is. When you get out into private world, those people aren't there and they don't know you. And for me, it was a real culture shock after more than 30 years in corporate to suddenly go out on your own and realise that I didn't know anybody. I've lived in Geelong 25 years, but I've spent half my life either overseas or in Melbourne. So nobody here knew me, and it was for me, that was a real culture shock. And I think on a personal basis, as Lisa would know, my sisters used to use the expression, you hide behind the skirt of Myers, David Jones, Target, wherever you worked. And I did, because when you have a corporate facade, you can do things differently to what you do when you're on your own. And I found that very uncomfortable initially, being out on my own and having to stand up for myself, and kind of the skirt of Myer wasn't there anymore, or Target or whoever it was. So that was not easy.
Oh, any advice for those up and coming entrepreneurs, Deb?
3 tips is what Lisa asked me for, but I'm going to give you 4. Sorry. First, be clear, be positive, and be completely focused on what you really want to do. Follow your passion. Don't follow the dollars. Follow your passion and don't look over your shoulder. What is it that you want to sell your customers? Be it goods or services is irrelevant. What is the product that you are trying to help your customers by them buying off of you? So be really clear, focused and positive about what you're doing. Be RAD. And RAD for me is research, analyse, and then do it your way. If you're a retailer, you're not going to be a Target or a Myer this week. You might get to that in 20 years' time, that's fine, but you're not going to start that way. So don't go into Myer and see what they're doing,
and
so that you do the same.
Kmart.
Oh, God, no.
Be Kmart.
Or a $2 shop for that matter. But, they're already out there. If you're going to do something, be different. If you're in business, have a point that differentiates yourself to other retailers that are out there. If you have a service-based industry, then look at what you can do that is different. What offer have you got that's different to everybody else out there? And don't try and spread yourself too thin. One of our BIH girls, Eva van der Vlies, who owns Upperstart Web Design, Eva gave me this, and I told her I asked her if I could use it, and I use it with all my clients now. Diversify, but don't diversify. And I love that. I think that's fabulous. Don't go so far out of your comfort zone or so far off track of what you're doing, because you confuse your customer. One of the ladies that I was dealing with had a specific business and she was doing really well in it, and that business started to drop because she felt like, this is my business, I'm just going to add and add and add. And she ended up spending all of her money in all of this product and didn't have enough to sustain the business that she'd actually set up in the first place. So she lost all her customer base because not only did they not buy the new stuff that she bought, but they couldn't get what they went there for in the first place. So diversify by all means to have that point of difference, but don't diversify. I thought that was a really good point. Third point, surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with people that can help you. Business in Heels is a classic example for doing that. You find girls within BIH that can give you the support in areas that you don't know. You can't be all things in your business. You know, the scariest part for me when I went out on my own, we used to sit in Target where Lisa and I met, and you ring advertising and you ring marketing and you ring legal department and you ring the packaging department and you're ringing you. So how much do you know? How much do you need to know? Where do you need your support? And get that support from the right people where you need it. And the last one, I know I was asked for 3, have fun with purpose.
Yeah.
Have your passion. You know, I just think that's not mine, that's a BIH one. But I just love it, because if you're not having fun in life in what you're doing, why are you doing it?
Exactly.
And getting back to point 1, if you haven't got a passion, follow your passion, don't follow your dollars.
And if you need help in developing excellence in business, clearly you know the right person to come to.
Anytime.
The quiet, understated one here that's so busy, no. And look, you know, it's been wonderful catching up with you, Deb, and you can clearly see now why you did win the Consultant of the Year award. So nice work and congratulations.
Thank you very much.